Welcome back. Facebook is under fire this morning. The Federal Trade Commission reportedly considering an injunction against the social media giant to prevent integration of its messaging apps. Officials are weighing the consequences of Facebook laying the groundwork to connect the technical infrastructure of their applications. Joining us right now is legal analyst and cybersecurity and privacy expert Leeza Garber. And Leeza, it's good to have you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, what's your take on what is being discussed around Facebook right now? This is an important subject.
It is very important. It feels like a little, too late, because Facebook acquired Instagram back in 2012. It acquired WhatsApp in 2014. And the U.S., either the federal and state bodies are really moving slowly when it comes to antitrust cases. We have 47 state AGs looking into antitrust implications of Facebook's acquisitions, and you have federal investigations as well. So now they're saying, well, Facebook's actually going to intertwine the back end of all of these messaging apps, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram. And it might be scrambling an egg that's already scrambled.
Right, but they're saying if you integrate them, you become, it's too big of a power, and you have a problem.
No, I have a huge problem with that. I mean, the dialogue that's missing from this whole Facebook issue and the government and concentration and size is most of the small businesses in America, where most of the new jobs are created, the number one spend to acquire new customers is the Facebook platform. The reason it's popular is the fact that this integration lets you acquire customers at a valuation that is economically viable. You can create jobs by using Facebook to acquire more customers. I do it every day. I got 52 companies using this. The idea that the Federal Trade Commission is going to redesign the apps themselves, not letting the market decide, is crazy, because we spend on Facebook, we spend on Amazon and Microsoft and Google. Let the market fight it out.
Also,
let them decide.
Integrating these apps, for me, I mean, I like WhatsApp because I feel like there's some protection there and privacy in terms of messaging people. And if it's integrated with Facebook, I feel like maybe I lose that. Even if I'm not losing
Maria,
it just feels like I'm losing it.
Nobody knows this. There's 140 million businesses on the Facebook platform globally, of which the majority are here in the United States. Before we go hack this thing to pieces, we better understand the impact it's going to have in job creation in this country.
There is definitely a business impact, but I'm looking at it from the privacy impact, and that's a scary implication, because when you look at even further in meshing all of these applications, Facebook is just becoming this huge, impossible to defeat giant.
Yeah,
but
I agree with you.
But if you're already having a conversation with somebody in Instagram, in Facebook chat, in WeChat, and those are three different conversations, from a consumer's perspective, getting them all in the same place does make life a little bit easier.
It could make things
Facebook,
easier.
if they want to hack into that, they could do it anyway, right?
Right, and I'm not suggesting that Facebook is hacking into anything or that they're spying on us or anything else, but they have such a power over the data that consumers are creating by using these apps, and also the privacy that consumers can actually have when they use.
By the way, they have the data regardless. They own all the companies, right?
But,
you know, for us, the integration makes us feel like there's less privacy, but they've got it anyway.
They have it anyway.
They own those apps.
And the antitrust investigations
Nobody
are
makes
just
you go
lagging
on
behind.
Facebook. You can go off anytime you want.
It's true, and it's not a human right.
Well, all right, let's turn to the story that we've been talking about all morning, and this is about the Amazon Ring camera device. Listen up. One mother got quite a scare when a hacker took over her family's Ring and started talking to her daughter. Watch this.
Who is that?
I'm your best friend. I'm Santa Claus.
Mommy!
I'm Santa Claus. Don't you want to be my best friend?
Wow, how scary was that? Ring says there was no intrusion into its network. Leeza, before we get to you, Dagan, you've got a statement from Ring, right? Tell us what you see on this.
Right. That Ring has said that based on our investigations, we are able to confirm this incident is in no way related to a breach or compromise of Ring's security. And it said that it encourages users to enable two-factor authentication. The point being, and you've seen this happen before with Google, the parent company of Nest, that there was an issue where from a Nest camera there was a warning about North Korean missiles, and it was because of a compromised password. So these accounts potentially are getting hacked into individually. It's easy to hack somebody's Wi-Fi network, and it's easy to hack an account.
Yeah.
But Nest is saying that this is not an overreaching problem for its network.
You should have the two-step authentication, by the way. But what do you think about this, Leeza?
Well, it's really a terrifying example of the Internet of Things gone wrong. So basically any device that's connected to the internet, whether it's your smart TV, your smart refrigerator, your Apple Watch, or your camera. And in this case, it's definitely not, a widespread issue amongst the Ring network or Amazon's network.
Why
It's
are we
just
arresting this
individual.
guy? We must have his IP address.
I mean,
he's on television.
Exactly, and he doesn't sound super intelligent, so you'd wonder if he's using anonymizing software to log in. But basically, it's a problem with password security and not using dual-factor authentication. But a lot of the cameras that are on the market today either don't give instructions on how to change the default password that these cameras come with, or they're not offering dual-factor authentication. So work on strengthening your password, turn on dual-factor authentication when it's available, and understand the risks when you're installing this kind of program.
So that's what you should do if you have a Ring camera.
Definitely, you need to change your password.
Or not have one.
Or not have one.
Wait, it's a Shark Tank deal. I love the company.
Yeah. No, I mean, I liked it a lot, too. But, when you start peeling back the onion and understanding the facial recognition there can be lots of mistakes. This camera rolling on everybody who comes to your doors. They're also.
Think of all the benefit of the people that have stopped
Yeah, I know the
stealing because of
benefit,
Ring.
but there's the privacy issues.
There's
Can't make
privacy
everybody
issues.
happy.
I want less cameras, not more cameras.
Fewer cameras. I'm with
It's
you.
been hacked for years now. I mean, there are major cases going back to 2016 where people have broken in just using really simple brute force password hacking mechanisms.
We've done
Like a phishing email.
Phishing or just using software that will put in hundreds of passwords really quickly to see what works.
We've done a little bit on facial recognition. We're going to do more on this program. But did you catch yesterday when we had Andy Purdy on, the chief security officer at Huawei, and I asked him, tell me about the database of pictures today when you look at China and the U.S. How many pictures are there? He said to me, trillions. Think about that.
But they don't have any law regulatory.
I know, but it's not just China, though, Kevin. It's in the United States as well.
Their AI
I just
faster.
spoke to a source the other day. He said to me, in the U.S., there are billions of pictures of everybody. There's only 320 million people in America. There are billions of pictures. Why is that? Kevin in the snow, Kevin in the rain, Dagan walking out of her house, Dagan walking into the building. There's billions of pictures. People need to understand facial recognition.
But maybe
that's
it makes
my
it
problem.
safer. Maybe it's a good thing in some ways. It's not all bad.
But the laws
Do you want
are
to live
not
in China?
playing-
I don't want to live in China, but I don't want them to beat us in AI. They're allowing to experiment on their own population, getting very, very advanced on
They're
facial
using a
recognition.
credit score with everything they see on that camera.
Yeah,
What are
that
the
people
implications
score.
of the government knowing where you are at every moment?
Right. And in cities when there's one camera per person, that's scary.
Exactly. Well, the bigger issue on Ring, it's good that the company is saying that it's not its fault.
The
But
mother
the law is
was
catch up. That's the problem. I mean, there's no federal standard right now, and California has a new law that goes into effect next month that actually has some standards for Internet of Things devices, but the U.S. is really lagging.
California standards are real scary stuff.
They're high.
Yeah.
They're high.
All right, we'll leave it
The
there.
Ring, the mother in that instance with the Santa Claus voice said that she felt like the company was blaming her. So that's not great customer service.
No.
No, it's not. Leeza, thank you.
Thank you.
Leeza Garber with the latest there. We'll keep watching that story.